Okay, so today we're going to be looking at Venusaur, the big beefy plant boy. So let's go ahead and look at his stat spread real quick. So his HP is going to be 80, special attack 100, attack 82, defense 83, special defense 100, and speed 80. So he's got kind of a middle line stat spread here. It's nothing that's going to be so crazy that it's going to blow doors wide open, but it's not bad either. So he definitely has some possibility to come in, get the job done, especially when we take a look at some of his move pool and also his abilities. So let's get to that. So Overgrow and Chlorophyll are the two abilities that Venusaur has. Overgrow going to be very similar to the Torrent skills that we see, where it's going to increase the damage of a grass type move by 50% when the Venusaur's HP drops to 1/3 or less of its maximum HP. Chlorophyll, however, when you bring a Venusaur out on the field that has Chlorophyll and there is a sunny day in effect or harsh sunlight, the speed stat of the Pokemon is going to be doubled. And that is actually the game changer for Venusaur. That is amazing, and that is going to give you the ability to actually start hitting first and do some really cool builds with this Pokemon. So Venusaur is going to have actually quite a few resistances. He's going to have 5 different resistances. He's going to resist fighting, water, electric, and fairy types by 50%, and then grass type, he's going to have a whopping 1/4 resistance. So that is awesome. Now there's not like a crazy amount of grass Pokemon that are in competitive right now, but they're not like so far off that you're not going to see them anyways, especially when you have something like Rillaboom coming into the game with his hidden ability now, Grassy Surge, and his Gmax coming. So this is definitely something that could definitely be a boon for you. And then fighting types, we see fighting types frequently, water types frequently, fairy types frequently, and electric moves are not something that you never see. They're there. So these are actually really good resistances for him to have. Now, if we look at his weaknesses, he does have a few. There's the flying type, fire, psychic, and ice type. So he does have 4 weaknesses, and these are all going to be 2 times effective against him. So just beware of your Cinderaces with Libero, beware of your Charizards with Solar Power. These are all Pokemon that are definitely going to be able to hurt him. So just keep an eye on those when you're, making your team and when you're fighting in the competitive. Hey guys, if you're liking this video or it's helping you at all, please feel free to drop a like and subscribe. It definitely helps the channel out. Also, feel free to come by the Twitch channel where we do mostly Pokemon Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Lots of raids, shiny hunting, battles, you name it. But let's go ahead and get back to the rest of the video. Alright guys, this is where it gets really interesting and really cool. The Gmax Venusaur. Just like Charizard, he gets his Gmax Vine Lash, and this is going to do residual damage every turn for 4 turns. Now, it's going to hit, obviously, and do damage right out of the gate, but it's going to damage every Pokemon on the field, on the opponent's side of the field, for 4 turns, assuming they're not a Grass-type Pokemon. Just like Charizard's, it will not affect a Pokemon of its typing for that residual damage. But this is going to make Venusaur super good, especially with Chlorophyll as his ability. This is something we are going to start seeing come the meta when the Gmax is out after the DLC. Okay guys, so let's jump right into this build here. This is going to be a pretty standard set build here. We're going to do 252 into special attack and 252 into speed. Now, we're going to mix that with the Chlorophyll ability. That way that speed is going to double, and he's basically going to be faster than everything. Now, again, that's if you're setting up a harsh sunlight, so something like a Ninetales Cantonian or a Torkoal. These things are going to be able to be good party members to use with him so that they can set up that sunlight. Or if you're keeping him in the back and you're using something else in the front that Gmaxes or sets up a sunny day, and then, you'll be able to use that. But we definitely want to take advantage of that speed stat here, hence the Chlorophyll, hence the 252 IVs into speed. We're going to rock the Life Orb on here so that he can actually have extra damage going out. And then as far as his nature, you could do whatever you like here. I would prefer to do a Timid since we're doing a special attack speed set, but you could also do Modest. It really depends on what you would like to do. With the moveset, Solar Beam, awesome. Going to be awesome in the harsh sunlight. Instead of taking 2 turns to do that heavy stab damage, it's going to take 1 turn. So again, you have to have that harsh light setup to be able to do that. Otherwise, it is going to take 2 turns to get that off. Sludge Bomb is going to give us a little bit of coverage, and it's going to be a threat against the fairy types that come into the game. So definitely good. Never hurts to have a poison move. And then we're going to put Leech Seed and Sleep Powder on here, give us a little bit of utility, and that's what we're going to kind of rock for this set here, guys. Okay, guys, so for the next set, we're really going to be looking at all-out offense on this one, so kind of a power overwhelming kind of thing. EV spread is going to remain the same at the 252 for both special and speed, and we are still going to be rocking that Life Orb to get the bonus damage out of that. Chlorophyll is still going to be our ability here, and we are going to be looking at the modest nature this time, not timid. So this time I would say putting everything into our attack is really where we're going to look. Moving over to the move set, we have Solar Power again. We talked about that. I mean, this is a fantastic move, especially in the harsh sunlight. So if you've got that up, use this and you're going to get the stab bonus on it, and it's just going to do so much damage. Sludge Bomb, again, lots of fairy types in the game, so this is a great coverage to have. So Sludge Bomb, hopefully you'll get some of those poisons off and be able to deal with some of the pesky fairies that are out there, like Alolan Ninetales and Whimsicots. Earth Power is going to give you that coverage on the ground, which is quite nice. So this gives you a little extra coverage, not like it's a 150 damage skill or anything like that, but it does still have a 90 special, so it does do some damage. And then Giga Drain is just a great move to help recover some health back and keep him still going, keep him tanking. Now the nice thing is, if you are Gmax, then he's going to do a ton of power here. This is going to do a ton of damage. So this is a really cool set for that, and I like this. This is, like I said, is a power overwhelming kind of set. Okay guys, so this last set, this is going to be mostly for fun. This isn't a set that I generally would use in ranked or anything, but if I'm playing people in the stream or I'm playing with friends or just doing some casual, then this would be something I would totally use for fun, and this is going to be our bulky boy Venusaur set. Now, Venusaur was a little bit better as a bulky set when he could mega because of thick fat, but that's not a thing right now, even though the megas apparently are found in the coding for Pokemon Sword and Shield. So we'll see if that's something later down the road. But for right now, what we're doing for a bulky set, we're going to do 252 into HP, and then we're going to do the defense at 180 EVs. We're going to set the special defense at 76 EVs, and this is going to give him that bulky status. Now, something I was playing around with, again, having fun with, is sending him out with Rillaboom. Rillaboom now has his hidden ability, Grassy Surge, which sets up the grassy terrain. So I'm putting a Grassy Seed on the Venusaur, the bulky Venusaur, which gives him a +1 defense right out of the gate. So we're definitely setting his bulk up to be just sitting there and tanking things and harassing the other Pokemon on the field. Now, because this is a bulk set, we're not going to be going with Chlorophyll. We're going to go with Overgrow instead, and we are going to put that Bold Nature on there again to bolster those defenses. Now, for the move set, we are going to have Synthesis for our Recover, Leech Seed, more Recover plus damage on the enemy, Toxic for the harassment, also to kill some of the bulky Pokemon that may come out. But then Venoshock is going to be the attack that I chose here, because when something's already poisoned, it's going to double its damage to 130 power. So that is actually significant when you have a Pokemon that has a decent special attack stat already. This will actually do good stab bonus damage on any Pokemon that's already poisoned. So this is definitely a kind of a cool move that I put on there. And we're seeing lots of fairy types, so this could actually be quite advantageous to use. Okay, so the last thing I'll kind of mention here with Venusaur, as he is right now, pre-Gmax, I generally only use this Pokemon in singles, which I don't do often, but if I'm getting my Master Rank in singles just for my BP at the end of the season, this could be a Pokemon that I would use for that. He is better to me in singles than he is in doubles, so that's just a thought for you. Take it as you want. Okay guys, that's going to conclude the Venusaur. Thank you for hanging out. I appreciate it so much. And if this video was enjoyable, do hit the like and subscribe buttons. Otherwise, if you have a Venusaur you'd like me to see build, put it down in the comments, guys, or stop into the Discord or the Twitch. I'd love to see these builds that you guys have and see how you're using your Venusaur. But otherwise, thank you for hanging out, and I hope to see you guys next time. And until then, take care.